Have you ever fallen into the comparison trap where it really drains your energy and your joy and just stresses you out? I mean, social media. It's done so many great things. I don't want to take away anything from there, but we connect with people all over the world. We get to run groups and have communities that we otherwise couldn't have done, right? But it's also given us tons of moments, tons of opportunities where it makes us feel like we don't measure up and we just kind of feel small. The comparison trap. Have you ever felt like that? Well, let's talk about empowering yourself by turning comparison into inspiration. Stay tuned. Hey there, my friend. Welcome to another Power Blast podcast where we provide nourishment for the soul, allowing you to transform from the inside out, providing you rapid results in mindset and fitness so that you can recharge your battery and reclaim your power. Did I hear the explosion there? All right. But before we get into all that stuff, make sure you head over to talktoperry.com. My calendar is wide open for podcast viewers like you, and it's all about keeping that energy high and reaching all of your goals. And I want to help you recharge your battery so that you can reclaim your power, and we do that in 15 minutes. That's over at talktoperry.com. So I just got off of a 6-day trip where I was at a health and fitness business convention. And it would have been so easy to fall into the comparison game. People rocking their transformation, people building up huge businesses and making an impact and having an influence on people's lives. Now, the old me would have felt small, as if I didn't measure up, I didn't belong there, as if I had another year had gone by and I did nothing with what my goals were, but yet here people are crushing it, and would I sit there and I hadn't achieved that level or done that what they did. But I have a new mindset about comparison now. At least when I start to have these feelings, and I think many of us, and you can relate, I'm sure, where the comparison automatically starts to, just a knee-jerk reaction just kicks in, and we either start to judge or we start to feel bad or whatever. I can catch myself now and say, stop, cancel that. That's a program. And it sometimes it's just become a habit. I mean, social media, and I don't want to always just say it's all social media, but it just kind of generated the topic for today. It's easy to look at somebody's chapter 20, assuming it's a legit story, a legit transformation, a legit results, because sometimes it can look like a magazine cover on social media, right? But it's easy to look at somebody's journey, somebody's chapter 20, 21, and compare it to your chapter 1. Or if you've gotten started and you got to chapter 5 and then you stopped writing, whatever it is, stopped your journey, it's easy to compare and then, even feel small, like, gosh, I just didn't measure up. I didn't keep going when somebody else did. Seeing somebody's achievements, it can really shine a spotlight on our insecurities, our worries, our fears, our doubts, and cause anxiety and even paralysis, right? So, whether it's health and fitness, or maybe it's wealth, or maybe you're just looking at your neighbor's Corvette, it's natural to compare. But here's the cool thing. I've shifted my thinking on it, or at least I strive to when those feelings come up. I like looking at it as what's possible to improve my life, or what sort of evidence did they just show me that I can apply to my life to improve it, to make things better. See, the key is to stop or not allow it to overwhelm you, stress you out, make you feel anxious. So what can you do? Because comparison is a trap, right? And it takes the focus off of your awesome life. And that's the one you're wanting to develop, right? You're not out there living somebody else's life. You want to live yours, right? So instead of comparing in a way that makes you feel bad about yourself, and we can look at it as evidence of what's possible and start putting things into our life, should you have that similar desire, and being grateful to that other person for showing you what's possible, what you could have, or what sort of things are that you might be able to do. So consider these things. I mean, first thing, when you start your day, start without comparison. A lot of times people grab their phone and then they're on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, or TikTok, and seeing other people's lives, and then the comparison starting right away. If you've ever downloaded my Morning Success Habits, and you can get that for free over at morningsuccesshabits.com, and if you start applying some of those things, you know that you will be starting your day without your phone. And without the comparison stuff and without those feelings crowding your head, you are empowering yourself. So, I mean, here's an activity for you. Leave your phone outside of your bedroom when you go to bed, and don't turn it on for at least an hour after you get up. Go about and work on your goals, your mindset first. And when it comes to your social media, consider purging your feed. If there's people or companies or things on there that are making you feel anxious or stressed or feeling overwhelmed or unworthy, you know what? You can unfollow for the time being. Have a look through your list and purge anything that's not giving you inspiration, that's not giving you love, that's not something you genuinely are interested or love. And focus on your own goals. Comparison, that's a trap that can amplify not only the feelings of not being good enough, but stress-related things. And, where we can feel like, oh my gosh, I need to succeed at everything all at once. And all of a sudden there's this sense of overwhelm and this paralysis rather than motivation and inspiration, right? So sit down, take some time to develop, what are the goals that you want. Start with like short term, even what do you want to accomplish in the next month? What do you want to accomplish in the next 90 days? You can build that into longer term goals and develop a strategy around making that happen. And when you do feel that comparison coming on, maybe it's just disconnecting from the social media and starting on your goals instead of saying, oh, I'm comparing and seeing what they're doing. Just like, oh, I've got goals myself. I'm going after them. Whether it's starting your own website, learning to play guitar, whether it's getting healthy and fit. Turn your comparisons into your own goals and dreams. And put life into perspective. I mean, if you've ever experienced a tragedy like I have, or somebody that's gone through some deep, hard things in life, it's just kind of like it gives you the opportunity to look at what's really important. Is this going to matter in a week, in a month, in 5 years from now? Is it really going to matter? And just kind of just putting it all in perspective. And another thing I think is really kind of cool when it comes to comparison is do something kind for someone else. That it goes beyond you, and you're making an impact on someone else. That can be something as simple as calling a friend, walking in a neighbor's dog, volunteering for something. Go and do something for someone else. That can take your mind off the comparison and those feelings and probably shift things into perspective for you, right? And focusing on small successes and progress over perfection. If you see someone who's hit their health goals, maybe they've lost some weight of some sort, maybe it's like they lost 70 pounds and you're struggling to lose 5, you know what? Be grateful for the motivation, for the inspiration, and just keep going on your journey and thank them. Might reach out to them, thank them for inspiring you, showing you what's possible. Find out how they achieved their success. I did that when I would look at those infomercials and you'd see that on TV and you'd, here I am sitting there, probably not fourth, maybe my third bowl of cereal going, oh my gosh, here those people did that thing. They put in the time and the energy, and here I am letting another year go by. And it's like, no, there's evidence and proof of what's possible because they went through some hard stuff and they still showed up and did it. It showed me what's possible. I can do that too. That's what I love about the fitness infomercial stuff. It's turning comparison into inspiration and being excited and inspired by them showing you what's possible. So just know that you can choose to use your power and take control, or you can let the comparison, The excuses, the justifications control you and drain that power of yours. Decide and commit to yourself and your goals. Yeah, it takes time. Transformation just takes time. So embrace it. Choose to figure out to learn new ways, look at possibilities, learn, grow, have a growth mindset, and keep moving forward. So I'd love to hear your top takeaways from today. Drop it in the comments. I do respond to those. You absolutely rock, my friend. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week. That's another Power Blast podcast in the books. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, when you are ready to recharge your battery, make sure you go to talktoperry.com. That's talktoperry.com. That's Perry. And I want to listen. I want to hear, what's going on. I want to help you in that 15-minute call to recharge your battery and reclaim your power so that you're off and running and creating massive momentum toward your dream. Also, every day I am delivering more motivation, support, tips, and strategies inside my free community with amazing people like yourself. And we are conquering the mindset and the fitness. I do 52 weeks of free training in there. Plus, I coach and I mentor people, as well as give you access to tons of resources and guides. It's called my Upside Down Fitness community because we work on a lot of mindset stuff, the inside stuff. And we're a fun group of people striving to make healthier habits in this awesome chapter of life. So make sure you get in there. I promise you'll absolutely love it. Just head over to upsidedownfit.com and you can get into the group. And hey, you would be an awesome friend if you get over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave an honest rating and review for the Power Blast podcast. It helps awesome people like you find the show even faster, and that's who I'm looking for, awesome people like you. That's all I have for this week, my friend, and just to let you know, you absolutely rock. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you on the next Power Blast podcast, and always remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.